It's hard to believe we're at the end of the college football season. With the end of college football comes the end of lawn care. We've got the border battle here in Northwest Ohio today between Ohio State and Michigan in about 45 minutes. So I'm going to make this video quick. I want to watch some football. And speaking of border, you guys may notice some bags underneath my eyes. Last night I was having some carbohydrate withdrawal, so I ran to the border. Ended up spending $19.83 at Taco Bell. So I'm a little fatigued today. I didn't want those carbohydrates to go to waste. That's not a typo. I didn't want those carbohydrates to go to my waste. So I woke up this morning, got a workout in. So I got about 3.5 hours of sleep last night. For those of you that have been following me from August and the lawn project out front, I'm not going to go into much detail on what I did. You guys can binge watch that all winter. What I want to cover is kind of some things that you can do during the winter to ensure that you have a good lawn in the spring. Most of you guys have put your mowers away. I'll be putting mine away in about 2 weeks. I've got some leaves to take care of and probably drop my deck down to 2.5 inches for one final cut. And a lot of you may be asking, is there anything that we can do during the winter to help our lawns? The answer is yes, there's a lot we can do. During the winter is a good time just to assess what you have. You're not out there mowing, you're not spraying for weeds, so it's a good time to get to know your turf. Even though the grass is dormant, it should look the same throughout your lawn, or that's kind of the goal to have. So if you go out and you see some different colors, you know you have a problem. Over in my neighbor's lawn, a month ago it looked good, but as you can see, starting to get that discoloration. You want that to look even. The last application that I put down was this Lesco crabgrass preventer. It's not really for crabgrass. I'm not using it for crabgrass. I'm using it for the POA, and I do have some speedwell that creeps in, so I'm using it for that. This is actually the first pre-emergent that I've ever put down, and I'm going to talk a little more about that later on. I know a lot of you guys have been fertilizing. Maybe this winter think about taking your lawn to the next level. And I'm going to give everyone a few things that they need to think about during the winter that's going to improve anyone's lawn. You guys are going to need to know your square footage. I know you're sick of me saying that, but it's really going to help out, especially out front where I had that project. I said I put a 1/2 pound to 1 pound of N down every week. I mapped that out there, so I knew exactly the square footage that I was applying that. If I were to put a 1/2 pound to 1 pound of N every week in my whole lawn, I'd burn it out. It'd be a waste of money. It'd be a waste of time. And you guys got to go out sometime and just raise that deck up between 3 to 4 inches. Tall grass is going to choke out weeds. Short grass gets choked out by weeds. A lot of these products, these weed be going, you can leaf through all that. It's not going to tell you to mow 3 to 4 inches to prevent weeds. They want you to buy their product, so they're not going to tell you that. And I talk about the top 5 lawns in this neighborhood. Some of those lawns get fertilized by companies. It's the in-between work. And I guarantee you those companies are telling their customers to raise their deck up to mow 3 to 4 inches. You go to TruGreen's website, I'm sure they have something on there about mowing height. Another benefit of raising that deck to 3 to 4 inches is you're going to be mowing less often. A lot of people think the taller your grass is, you have to mow more often. But if you're following that 1/3 rule, it's basic math. 1/3 of 4 inches is a lot more than 1/3 of 2 inches. I did say this pre-emergent was the first time I've ever applied a pre-emergent. If you guys are applying that Scott's Halts crabgrass preventer every spring, the Lesco might be a good option because it doesn't have any nitrogen, so you won't get a bunch of top growth. During the spring, we get 60% of our top growth on the turf. So a few things before I wrap it up. If you guys are applying that Scott's or a pre-emergent for crabgrass every year, maybe switch it up this spring. Use the Scott's starter fertilizer with the mesotrione in it. You have to utilize the mesotrione. And if you're going to use this, go ahead and get some grass seed. I always have a bag of grass seed on hand every year. I know we like to overseed during the fall, but there's spots in your lawn that need grass seed put down, bare spots, whatever it is. throughout the year. So always get a bag of grass seed, always have a bag of grass seed on hand. For you guys that have followed these videos, you know how much I like that mesotrione. You can get it, brand name is Tenacity. You can pick this up. For you guys that live in the country, have bigger lawns, you're using the liquid fertilizer, you can use this mesotrione in your tanks. And again, I like to use it because you can overseed with it. It's not gonna affect the seed. I just wanna thank everyone that's supporting my channel. The analytics are coming in, and for those of you that I've been talking to when I first started this channel, it was more of a concept channel. So if the analytics continue to be like this, I can save a lot of time, and one of my lawn videos might look like this. And you guys don't want to see that. So share this with your buddies, have them subscribe, and we'll see you next time.